Hello. Good morning. Just wanted to add a few words to that previous few videos I made about the mind wipe and all that. It hasn't escaped my attention that this mind wipe is not an act of mercy and this demiurge is evil. Of course. You have to see all sides or you're seeing nothing, and that's all I'm doing. But largely, you will only hear one side of that when you look at YouTube. You know. And this is why I have I just, even when people are talking about like cool subjects that when they come off sounding like they're just another believer of a belief system, it just rubs me the wrong way. I've got an aversion to that, you know. So I just provide balance, light and shade, whatever. And I'm, it's not, it seems to me, and the reason for that, it seems to me that if this demiurge does exist, this demiurge is evil, and the mind wipe is not an act of mercy, that being thing, hang on, time, okay, that being would have a vested interest in keeping us low vibrational, scared, fearful. And I think that belief systems do that. They trap your mind. And, there's many, many, many types of belief systems, but I think the most damaging one is religion, at least in the effect it's had on people's minds. The most widespread damage comes from religion. And that's why I think religion is probably the main tool of this demiurge. Because that's been there before many other belief systems. How religion became a thing, I will never know. I know basically, I've read the history and all that, but, like Zoroastrianism is a very benign belief. But I sometimes wonder, was that the gateway drug? Because whenever you look at the map of how far Zoroastrianism had spread, it was very far. It was very far. But it had a god and a devil. Is it Ahriman is the devil in Zoroastrianism? Ahriman, and I can't remember the name of the good god. Anyway. But that's what I thought. Perhaps Zoroastrianism, and then gradually by increments, we end up with the shit we have today. It's like, how can I put it? Like the music industry. Case in point. What a fucking distraction that's been. These sick bastards hijacked human beings' innate ability to emit frequencies and sound. And then you get these guys on YouTube and they've thrown the baby out with the bathwater. Nobody's denying the 60s were a psyop. The music industry is a distraction. It's just more bread and circuses. But it's not. It's a very targeted thing. Music's not like any other art form. I don't mean to take any swipes at any other artists or any other art form. I'm just talking scientifically. When you look at someone's brain when they're listening to music, it lights up every single part of your brain, and music is the only art form that does that. So, whilst the people talking about Paul was dead, etc., etc., maybe he was. But the Beatles wrote fucking good sounds and vibrations and frequencies. That wasn't dark. The music was real. The sounds, frequencies, and vibrations were real, and that's what human beings do. That's what we do. That's our skill. If we have any skill, it's that. That can be used for good too, you know. Hence, I say, people are throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Fuck, lost track of the time, so I don't know what to do. If I keep talking, I might end up... Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Make a quick video to sort of tie up a few loose ends in the previous few about the demiurge and all that shite. Oh, I totally get the darkness of this world. I totally do. I've seen it. You know, I've lived a life. I've been out there. Trust me. I don't have to do shit, actually. You don't have to fucking trust me. And I don't care if you don't. But it doesn't take away anything from what I'm saying. You know? I do see the other side. So... But that, in a way, if this demiurge character is evil, I think that makes this place easier to navigate, not harder. Easier. Know yourself, know your enemy. That's all you need to do. And then act with love. No amount of darkness can extinguish one candle. Do you understand? Cliche, yeah. But it's fucking true. So just shine. That's all you need to do. Just shine. You don't need to get caught up in any fevered fucking belief systems and that dignify nobody. And that's just what I think. You're welcome to disagree, and I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not even telling you how to think. I'm telling you what I think. That's all. Because that's all I can do. You know. But I don't think I have much more to say. That was that. And be good. And don't forget to have fun. Because nobody's going to have fun for you. Okay? Keep it country.